Alright, if I want to simplify this right here, the first step would be to divide 20 by negative 18, which is negative 10/9. Then you take these two, you subtract the powers, as you can see right here, subtract the powers of the b, and then there's nothing to subtract with the c to the 8th on the bottom, and since it's on the bottom, you write it as c to the negative 8th. Or realize when you get to the answer, the c to the 8th will stay on the bottom because there was nothing to combine with. So again, when you divide, you subtract powers, and here you just reduce fractions. So 2 minus 1 is 1. A lot of people mess up right here when you minus a negative. They don't get negative 3. A lot of people put negative 7 here, but it'd be negative 3. Anywho, negative powers then are on the bottom. You don't need the first power, and that's good. Now, you could also have a negative 9 on the bottom and a positive. That negative could be on top or on bottom or like right in the middle in front. It doesn't really matter. But that would be the simplified form. For this one, first step you want to do is take any power over the whole thing and take care of those. So we're going to take this third power to all three pieces inside. Now, a lot of times people forget to power the 3. They just power all the exponents. But the 3 is a number that needs to be powered. So 3 to the third, x to the third to the third, y to the negative 5th to the third. And 3 to the third is 27. When you power a power, you multiply. So when you power a power, 3 to the third ends up being 9. And then this one right here becomes a negative 15. See the negative 15 right there? So this is 9th power right there. This is negative 15. And what you can see right here is, what's all this plusing and minusing? I'm already combining the two, meaning 27 times negative 2 right here. X to the 9th, x to the negative 3rd. I'm already adding the powers, because when you multiply, you add powers. Y to the negative 15th, y to the 7th, I'm adding those. So I kind of skipped a step from here to here, so just be careful. When you multiply these, you get negative 54. When you add those, 6. When you add those, negative 8. And then negative powers drop. Now, a common mistake again is for a lot of people to drop the negative 54, thinking it's a power and I can drop it. You don't drop a negative number, only negative powers. The last one, whenever you divide, you have to think of that as flipping and multiplying. So you're going to flip and multiply whenever you divide. Then I multiply straight across. And when I multiply straight across these y's, you'd add negative 2 and 5, and you get 3. Here I multiply negative 15 times 4, I get negative 60. Now some of you could have noticed you could have canceled like this with the 4 and then also with the 5 and done some canceling before we multiply across. That would have been good as well. But anyways, as we multiply across on the bottom, the y to the negative 4th, y to the 8th, you add those, you get y to the 4th. The x stays. This reduces to negative 1/6. 7 minus 1 is x to the 6th, and 3 minus 4 is negative 1. So the negative 1's at the bottom. I decided not to write the 1. I don't need to write a 1 here in front of the x. And I decided also to put the negative on the bottom with the 6 instead of on the top. It doesn't matter where it's at, top or bottom.